Diabolical. That's the only thing that's the only word that comes to mind. No, actually a few more come to mind, but that's the one I can use. Diabolical. You haven't seen this before, have you? Because I don't wear it very often. Today, I think there's a need. Right. So yeah, all I'm doing is spraying a bit of waterproof on there, because if I don't, this thing's been in here very dry for probably a year. If I don't waterproof it, and I go outside, within 10 minutes it will look like I've got an old cow pat on my head. Yeah. No radio mic this morning. I don't think this weather and that will really get on very well, so normal mic today. Yeah, we definitely got some water coming down there. Right, sort these birds out. Right, I'll let you out. Where am I going to put that? No, you can have it back down there. Very used to it. So the weatherman says, excuse me, hang on. Yeah, I'm going to have trouble with this now. The weatherman says that we've only got this until 9 o'clock. So any minute now, it's going to stop. Oh yeah. It's wet, but just for, well, just so I can, if you look at the ground here, everything above the trench we put in for our land drain and the drains for the barn is all, well, there's standing water pretty much everywhere. But once we come below the trench line, better. This ground here is only taking what's falling out of the ground. That up there above is not only taking what's falling on the field, but also what's running down our drive, running off the shed roofs. Everything else is going that way, I hope. Yep, it's all going that way. As for the cattle, they're still out. I don't think they're overjoyed about being still out, but if they want to go in, they can. The only thing is I haven't actually put any food in the barn for them yet. That'll probably be the next step. Oh, you're all wet. Yeah. That better? Yeah, not much. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with this issue. So, when I said in last night's video that I was finishing and I was going and I'd done for the day, wasn't quite true. I did stay and do a bit more. Even though we're picking up all the water over there in that drain gully, we're not picking up everything off the barn. And because of the shape of the ground, which there's not a lot I can do with, can't change that shape very much, we've still got water coming down through here. Now that is going to be our feed passage once we've got these feed barriers put up. But obviously I can't put cattle feed down on a stream. So I've got another gully. When it stops raining and pouring down there, I'm going to dig a hole. I'm going to have to dig that hole carefully because I've got a power cable that comes up on that corner. But the idea is I'm going to dig a hole and put that gully in there. This level will have to come down a bit more. I only scraped this out last night to make sure the water was running the right way. But again, until I've got this drain actually connected up, I'm kind of limited in what I can and can't do. The weather's suddenly turned. We're 3.5 weeks behind where I thought we were going to be. I delayed plan B because I thought that plan A was going to work, and now I'm caught on the hop. The weather's definitely stolen a march on me, and now I've got an uphill battle to sort this lot out. So I mean, the actual connecting up of pipe, I'll have to buy some more pipe to come down here. Won't be difficult because I can connect it straight into the drain. So all this can be sorted out. I can put that right. Just not while it's slinging down with rain and I can't get the bits on a Sunday. This is just one of those things where you're literally making it up as you go along. You solve a problem, you find another problem, you solve that problem. That problem you just solved has created another problem, and on it goes. Water has always been an issue here. Always. I really hoped that down there I can deal with. That's just connecting up the gutter. That's no big problem. That's doable. I really hoped that putting that drain gully up there and shaping up around the gate, because I've shaped up the ground up there to direct as much water as I can down that gully, and it's taken a lot, but not enough. So I've got to put a second one in. Just got to do it. Alright, I'll let them off. It's 20 to 10 and it's blue sky and the radio mic's back on. Alright, I picked up these wellies a couple of months ago. I actually got them from Abby's vet's practice. They sell these things. They're probably half a size too big for me really, but they're good enough to keep in there just in case. Come on you, let's go. Sunday morning pilgrimage. That's actually quite nice out there now. What's temperature? 12 degrees C, so not hot, but it's nice. Well, if it stays dry, I mean there's still an awful lot of water on the roads running off the ground, but if it stays dry, maybe I'll get a chance to dig the hole for that gully this afternoon. We've got a special guest coming in to see us, another YouTuber who you may meet later on. I haven't decided yet, and I haven't actually spoken to him yet whether we're getting cameras out or not. So you may have to just take my word that he was here. So he's visiting with the family for an hour and a half today. So yeah, I still reckon I've got time. If the weather's kind, maybe I can get that hole dug. Maybe I can even get some concrete made and get the gully set in the ground. That would be a bonus. There's an awful lot of water standing on these roads. Okay, so a quick glance to my left across Funky Farmer's property and the fields beyond. There's definitely some boating lakes out there this morning. So, don't know if that's going to affect Richard much. I think his cattle are in now, but well, flooding never helps anyway. It's a pain. Grass hates it. Worms hate it. Ground doesn't like it. Hello. Come on, in you go. Go, get in here. Get in here. Right, that's Sunday morning visit sorted out. Sorted out Dad's telly. I can't watch you on the telly, he's going. He said, I can't find Farmer P on my telly. Something wrong with my telly. Well, someone had pressed the menu button or something and then left it on. And Dad being Dad, all thumbs, he couldn't work out how to get it back to where it was supposed to be. So anyhow, I've left him watching me at Moore Valley. Very exciting. Right then, home. I reckon I might have enough time, if it's dry enough when I get back, to maybe start digging a hole. I like digging holes. That's not true. I don't like digging holes, but they need to be dug. Well, the water level's gone down. It did stop raining. It's supposed to start again later on today, this evening. Half of me is itching to get out and dig that hole and set that gully cover, or gully. But the thing is, my visitor is due to arrive sometime in the next half an hour, which means I'm nowhere going to get that dug. I've got to dig this by hand because there's a power cable. This fella that goes down that way, and I don't want to be putting a machine through that, so I've got to dig it by hand. I think the sensible thing is to leave this till tomorrow, because I want to do it today and I'm itching to do it today. I'll leave it to tomorrow, so so when my visitors arrive, I'm not up to my armpits in muck and dirt and clay and concrete. So, speaking of visitors, where are you? Can't be far away now. So, while I'm waiting, I'm going to give my cattle a bail for tonight. If it's wet and horrible, they'll have something to munch on. Well, you know, apart from the rain and the muck and the mess.
Well, apparently back home they've had storms, electricity out, trees are down.
It's pretty wet.
Well, they'll have a clean-up job tomorrow, are they?
Yeah. It's been wet and nasty and wet.
Yeah.
She's very, very pregnant.
Very pregnant, I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of our old girls, that is. Hello, sweetheart. Who's that? Who's that? She said, I don't recognise her.
Can I tag you on the old Insta?
You carry on, yeah.
So you've got some red ones and
So
some
that's
black
steers. Obviously the steers have got tufty bits.
ones. They've got the tufty bits.
Yeah. So, but yeah, these are what we would call long-legged dexters.
Yeah.
So I could never see the point of the shorties.
No. They're good looking.
Yeah. Hello, sweetheart. So she was lame a couple weeks ago, but that was just a twisted ankle.
Yeah, okay.
So she's looking for the bread roll. Where's the bread roll? Yeah, no bread roll. So.
Yeah.
But the other thing is with the dexters, if you get a bit wet, they don't mark it up like the big cattle.
No.
And if you've got limited housing, you could put more in the same space. So, and that was one of the reasons we first got the dexters. Is years ago the farm payments wasn't on the area of grass or fodder; it was on the head of cattle,
Yeah,
head of
that's
animals.
right. That's right. Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons we did the dexters. Is I could have 30% more dexters on here than I could Herefords or Shorthorns or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was better off on.
Yeah, of course. Paid more.
And then we got used to keeping dexters, and then we found a market for dexters.
Yeah.
And even now we get restaurants ring us up, can I have half an animal? In this
There you
case
go.
of, well, no, because I've sold it all.
Sold it all. It's popular then.
It's all gone, yeah.
You're doing it right, Farmer Pig.
Well, Hugh Furley-Winterstall started that off
Yeah.
when he did his River Cottage,
Yeah.
because his parents lived just up there. See those two pine trees on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Well, his parents lived just by there.
Oh, right, okay.
So he's a local lad.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a Dexter, and he kind of kicked off the Dexters, and that's what started the trend. But
Right.
we've been doing it since 1994.
Quite a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they suit our ground.
They suit your ground.
But they suit woodland
Yeah.
or any rough ground. If you've got moorland, they'll thrive on it
Yeah.
with no input.
No, we've evidently done a good job with them anyway.
Yeah,
With low input.
yeah, it is. Well, that is the whole idea: is minimum input, but just time.
Yeah.
If you're willing to give them time,
That's it.
rather than force them on with proteins and everything else.
Definitely.
I mean, that's a hell of a pair of shoulders on that fella.
It is. They look really, really well.
Not much of an ass on him, but he's got a pair of shoulders. So, yeah, and there's babies.
Oh, here we go. Has he got two? Or is one
No, there's
one belongs to someone else?
no, there's one. Hers is one of them. They both got tags, haven't they? Yeah. So, yeah, you could approach it. It'll be all right. I'm not used to it yet because they're only a few days old. But
Yeah. Oh, bless him.
yeah. So, our vets call them Labradors when they're born.
Yeah.
Any Labradors yet? Yeah. But, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're not too sure of us.
No. Well, that's kind of okay. God, the wind.
It is windy.
Yeah.
Yeah, chainsaw job tomorrow.
Alright.
I can't go spraying in this wind.
No. Well, you could. It wouldn't do any good. Would it?
It wouldn't do it.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to just set up a little herd of animals, it's like say these or Red Devons
Yeah.
or Devon Reds.
Yeah, that's something we've been interested in for a while. And,
It's actually, if you worked out how much work it is per animal and compare it to sheep, it's no-brainer.
no brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, sheep are.
Sheep are just a liability. All those sheep over there, all they want to do is find a reason to drop dead for no good reason.
They do really. Yeah.
Biscuit! Come on! Yes, that's her when I'm good and ready. It's my farm, I'll do what I blooming well want, that's her attitude.
This is you down there and over there.
Yeah, so that's us these two here,
Yeah.
and of course the golf course, which we just bought back
Yeah.
a year or so back, which was ours when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So this was 72 acres when I was a boy. My father sold that over there for a golf course and kept this 28.
Yeah.
I bought the 28, and then since then I bought another 10 over the road, another 2 down there, and then that 15 over there. We're kind of hoping that some ground that way will come up for sale sometime.
Yeah.
but
Fingers crossed then.
I don't think it will. It'll be too late.
There's a bit our way we're hoping, but we're hoping for 20 years.
Yeah, I've been hoping at that for 20 years, and it's
Yeah.
just a case of it would square us up.
Yeah.
So for our movement round now, so we've got the whole farm and all the fencing is designed for one person
Yeah.
to manage stuff.
Yeah.
But if we could get that field next door, it's only 5 acres,
Yeah.
but I could then square,
Yeah.
and I
That's what
could
you want.
cycle stuff around in a big square,
Yeah.
and I could do a 4 I could probably do a 4-week cycle then on
Yeah.
all the grounds.
Yeah. That's what you want.
So my worm cycle then, no wormers. I mean, these haven't been wormed 2 years. Those sheep, well, they're all out used now, they haven't been wormed this year.
Piggy blinders and the goldfish in the water troughs.
No. Oh, well, you can do that. Yeah, well, the thing is, these water troughs here, that one and that one, are all fed off those big tanks off the roof.
Yeah.
And then right at the very bottom, there's a tank down there that does tap water as well. So they've got rainwater.
Yeah.
So we recycle all our rainwater.
Yeah.
And we've got tap water as well, so we should run out. There's
Yeah.
that pipe sticking at the hedge down there.
That's ready to go in.
That's connected also into rainwater,
Okay, I see.
because I've got tap water down as far as the orchard,
Yeah.
so I can put a tank out in the field that way for tap water if I want.
Got you.
But I can put rainwater out, and the cattle, if they've got a choice, they'll always go for the rainwater first. Yeah, always go for the rainwater first. So I keep finding these. That's from my backfill from filling up my trench.
You can always find bits and pieces when you've disturbed it. can't you?
Yeah. Yeah. So there you are. Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing
Get some beef cattle.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
think. Yeah. Yeah.
Get rid of those herbal woolly things.
No, you like the woody things, don't you, Hamish? Yeah.
Yeah, but little calves are just as cute as little lambs. They're just a bit stronger.
Just a bit stronger.
Yeah, they do go better with horseradish though.
Yeah.
Right, sweetheart.
It's funny really because I was never the biggest lamb fan, but since breeding sheep, I love the taste of lamb. I do like the beef as well.
Do you? Well, lamb are a bit but got that slightly stronger taste.
It does. It does.
Wait
Probably
for-
lamb.
Wait for it to have 2 teeth. Is it? So
Yeah. If I had to choose, it'd be lamb.
I'm not fussy really.
But what, as long as it's meat.
I'm just a carny. Yeah. When we did our Italy trip last time, and they said, "What the pizzas?" and I go, "Whatever's got most meat on it." So you're a carny. So
Yeah.
apparently, whatever that is. So
Well, Haley loves it.
always a mistake.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Having our own beef would be a good thing, right?
Gypsy, shut up.
We're probably going to have to make tracks.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Because you said it was going to be. Yeah, it's getting on. Well, you want to be because you've got hour less daylight now. That gate's a bit stiff. You've got to give it a
That's
yank.
it, yeah. Woke up this morning. It's
That's
6, but it was 7,
that's
wasn't it?
deliberate. This post is deliberately tight on here, so when as he goes to the gate, I can hear him. So
foot part, yeah. That's your foot.
well, you've got to have that. The problem is I've got to warn people there's calves out there.
Yeah, of course.
But if they go out there and get trampled by a cow, I've also admitted that there's cows out there that could be dangerous. So where do you stand?
Fine line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You've got to protect yourself, but you've also got to,
yeah.
beware of bull.
Yeah. Well, there isn't a bull out there, but there is no sign that says beware of cow and calves.
No.
They don't make one.
You'd have to, are you RT? One of your girls must be RT. Make them a big sign.
I'm actually probably the most arty person here.
You are?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't draw the topic. So. Right. Well, I'm going to say goodbye here because I'm going to give you a number plate.
Well,
it's been a pleasure, mate.
Farmer
Lovely
Pete,
to
great
see
to
you.
see you.
And it's been a even greater pleasure to meet you. So, so yeah, safe journey home.
Thank you.
And I'll look forward to your next one.
Yeah, I look forward to your next one.
Yeah, well, you'll be on the next one.
I'll be on the next one.
Yeah.
We'll both be, won't we? Yeah. Make sure edit this out.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. So. Right, you safe journey home.
Yeah, great to see you.
Cheers,
mate.
folks. Ta-da.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Yep, we definitely had some rain last night. That's not just last night, that is last night and the night before, but 35 mil. Plenty. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. Right, well, I think you'll agree it was extremely nice to see Nick and Hayley. Nick messaged me 2 days ago to say they were staying in Bath, and on the way back up could they call in and say hi. I of course said yes, love to see you, and it was great to see him. So we've had an hour and a half around the table, putting the rules to rights, having a chat, talking about our channels and what we're thinking of the future, and the do's and the don'ts, and the whys and the wherefores, and the surprises that we've both had running a channel. One of the best things we both agree, though, with running the YouTube channel is meeting people. YouTube basically brought us together. There's a community, as Nick quite rightly said. There is a community of creators in our niche of what we do with the agricultural side. Obviously for me, I do a bit with the tree bits as well, so it's not just agriculture for me. But that community has, I don't know, it's definitely added to life for us. So yeah, it was really, really nice to see him, and I really appreciate him taking the time to come in and say hi. He was quite interested in our Dexter cattle. I know Hayley is very fond of their sheep, but Nick has sort of said no. We're looking at the financial side and the amount of work that's involved with stuff and animals, and I said the cattle are less work. And if you work on a Dexter steer, returning potentially, once you've got your market sorted out, £1,000, and takes 4 years to do that. I said, how many of your sheep will earn you £1,000 in 4 years? Not many. So yeah, to me, if you can get the market, and the market is there, people will pay for good quality, well looked after, happy, proper beef. So so yeah, I sent him home with some things to think about. So who knows, maybe Nick's farm will have some beef cattle in the next year or so. We'll see. Right, okay, that's it for the day. I think there's not much else I can do. I did look at digging that hole. Could I go back there and dig the hole? But the clocks have changed. I got an hour less daylight today than I had yesterday, and it's 3 o'clock. So I don't think I'm going to get that hole dug and the concrete mixed and everything set in by 4:30 or 5 o'clock. Not really. And it's blowing a gale out there, and the sky is black, and it's Sunday. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'd rather sit here and play with that. So, anyway, thanks for joining us, folks, and we will see you again tomorrow. Take it steady.